Cavs also go Cleveland's way.
Yeah, and you can see from that angle a little bit different than the rear camera angle that we saw, the lowering of the shoulder.
For that bump and then the shove after the play as both guys were heading back to midcourt.
Going into the playoffs, it seems the Magic vs. Cavs series seemed to be the least entertaining series. The East was pretty weak and the Magic and Cavs didn't really have a chance to win a title, yet the series became the best we got in the first round. Let's recap it. In Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Playoff Series, Cleveland Cavaliers won with a score of 97-83. Led by Donovan Mitchell's impressive 30-point performance, the Cavaliers played tougher mentally compared to their first-round exit in previous year's playoffs. Despite Mitchell's prior injury concerns, he showcased his capabilities with an early statement dunk, signaling Cleveland's determination for this postseason. Evan Mobley and Darius Garland also contributed to this victory. On the other side, Paolo Banchero made his playoff debut, and he managed to score 24 points but struggled with turnovers. The Magic really struggled with shooting in this game. Despite moments where the Magic cut into the Cavs' lead, Cleveland maintained control throughout the game, closing out strong in the fourth quarter. There were tempers flaring between players and technical fouls being issued. Both teams displayed their readiness, but the Cavaliers eventually came out on top. On to Game 2, the Cavaliers continued to demonstrate their resilience and determination, led by Donovan Mitchell's 23-point performance, supported by Jarrett Allen's dominant rebounding with 20 boards. The Cavaliers secured a hard-fought 96-86 victory, establishing a commanding 2-0 series lead. They built from the momentum from Game 1. Evan Mobley contributed 17 points, while Allen's remarkable 9 offensive rebounds added a significant edge to Cleveland's performance. On the other side, the Magic struggled to find their shooting rhythm, shooting just 36% from the field and facing a daunting deficit in the series. Jalen Suggs suffered a sprained left knee in the first quarter, scaring the Magic. Despite the setback, Suggs returned to the game after halftime and expressed his confidence in his readiness for Game 3. After the Cavs took the first 2 games, the Magic were in real trouble. Yet they bounced back in Game 3, winning 121-83, marking their first playoff win since 2020 and the largest postseason victory over the Cavs in franchise history. Led by Banchero's double-double of 31 points and 14 rebounds, and supported by Jalen Suggs' 24-point contribution, the Magic dominated from start to finish. Orlando finally got their first lead of the series in this game, and were ultimately leading by as much as 43 points. The Cavs really struggled to find their rhythm offensively, shooting just 39% from the field and 23.5% from beyond the arc. It seemed Wendell Carter Jr.'s return to the starting lineup provided Orlando a boost. Cavs, meanwhile, struggled to respond. On to Game 4, it was another victory for the Orlando Magic, ultimately winning by 112-89 to tie the series 2-2. Franz Wagner this game scored 34 points and 13 rebounds. This really propelled their team to victory. The game was competitive throughout the first half, but Orlando seized control in the third quarter, outscoring Cleveland by 37-10 in a dominant defensive display. Franz Wagner led the charge, scoring 12 points in the third quarter alone, while the Cavaliers struggled to find their offensive rhythm, managing only 10 points the entire quarter. Despite a strong first half from Donovan Mitchell, it just wasn't enough. In Game 5, we saw the closest game of the whole series. The Cavs ended up winning it 104-103, taking a 3-2 series lead. Donovan Mitchell led the charge, scoring 28 points, while Evan Mobley's crucial block on Franz Wagner's potential game-tying layup in the final second secured the victory for the Cavs. This game was back and forth from start to finish. Despite missing Jarrett Allen due to injury, the Cavaliers received contributions from Max Strus, who scored 16 points, and Marcus Morris Sr., who scored 12 off the bench. Paolo Banchero had his biggest game of the series so far, with 39 points, including 16 in the fourth quarter alone. But despite his efforts, the Magic fell short, completing the comeback. That was a pivotal Game 6 for the Magic, and they won 103-96, overcoming a 50-point performance by Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell had all the team's points in the fourth quarter. Despite his performance, the Cavs struggled to contain Orlando's balanced offensive attack. particularly in the closing minutes of the game. Banchero's clutch three-pointer put the Magic ahead for good as they pulled away and forced Game 7. And in Game 7, despite trailing 18 points in the first half, the Cavs came back and won 106-94. This victory marks a significant milestone for Cleveland as they secure their first playoff win without LeBron James since 1993. This game, Donovan Mitchell had a stellar performance with 39 points, leading the Cavs to victory. Evan Mobley had 16 rebounds, and Caris LeVert had 15 points. For the Magic, Paolo Banchero led with 38 points and 16 rebounds, showcasing his talent and potential as a rising star in the league. However, Orlando fell short. Now, I just want to say, for a young team, the Magic looked really good throughout the 7 games, and I think they have a good future. But the big thing in this series was Donovan Mitchell. He had great performances in Games 6 and 7. This showed he can elevate his game when it matters the most. Despite battling a knee injury, he delivered back-to-back legendary performances. Winning a first-round series represents significant progress for the Cavs, especially after their disappointing exit in the previous postseason. Now the Cavs look to face Boston, who was really good this season. I believe Boston will win, but the Cavs did look really good at their home games throughout the series. If you enjoyed this video, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. I'm trying to get back into videos, and I hope you enjoyed this video.